All right, from Body and Soul, we got Raphael Akpejiori joining us here. Big heavyweight, holy crap. He's going to be fighting on January 23rd. Road Warriors Promotions, bringing back a card. Get your tickets now, Ticketmaster.com, Regional Park Amphitheater. Thanks so much for the time, man. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure, sir.
How excited are you? We're in a new year. You get to start it right off with a fight. I'm sure everybody wants to put 2020 behind them. So getting a pro fight to start off 2021, what does that feel like?
Well, it feels great. You know, it's a good start. We've been prepping for this day for a long time. Glenn Johnson started a promotion, so we're trying to push it. And hopefully this year we can have a great year of boxing. I'm grateful for last year still, though it was a tough year. A lot of people had no fights. I had 3, so I'm grateful to God for it. 3 is it's a small number in a good year, but it's a great number in a pandemic year.
Yeah.
So 2021 is going to be a good year for boxing in South Florida.
How did you manage that last year? How did you get? Because 3 actually, it feels like a lot of fights in the pandemic. How did you manage that?
I started the year off with a fight, just like I am right now. I had a fight in January 17. Then when we're supposed to have a fight in March, but that got canceled. We had another one in August. It was a closed door event. We were lucky to get on with a few contacts we had. They got us some hookups. And we had another one November 7th. That was also a closed door event. So when Florida opened partially, we plan to have this one here in Miami in 2 weeks.
So was training during a pandemic and fighting during a pandemic, is it second nature to you now because you have so much experience in what a crazy world it is? Like, does it even shake you at all, or worry about, I guess, any extra steps or any type of stuff that you have to take, or you're just kind of rolling through with it as
I mean, when the pandemic started, everybody was shut down for a long time, so we had no idea what we were doing. For a month, I didn't train, I didn't do anything, I didn't break a sweat, so I had to kind of ease back into it. I was lucky that when we were allowed to come back into the gym little by little, I started training. I mean, the good thing was that we're not training for anything specific, we weren't training for a fight, so we're just getting better. Getting more comfortable in the ring, getting more experience in the ring, getting sparring here and there if we could. Hopefully a guy didn't have COVID at that time. And, that has helped my growth, I would say, because like I said earlier, we got more comfortable in the ring. We trained a lot of technique. It's not like we're preparing for a fight, so we had to worry about an opponent or training towards that opponent's skill set. We just had to worry about ourselves. So I would say the pandemic has really helped me out. My last fight, I saw some level of growth. I was more focused on myself and the progress that I give, and I hope to take it from there.
What is it like fighting in a community where you played at UM? This is something that you're very used to, playing in front of this community. What is it like fighting in front of the Miami audience?
It's actually harder than it is. I'll say this: when I fight on the road, I don't have to worry about anything. It's just like when you play basketball on the road, you just worry about the opponent, the referee. You're not really worried about them because they're going to cheat you anyways. You just worry about the game and you give a good show. Same thing as fighting on the road. When you're on the one, it's opposite of fighting at home, because then the pressure's on you. And how did I know that? My last fight, the pressure was on me, because I had all my friends, my I won't say family, but I had all my friends, my teammates, all my friends from other sports, all the UM alumni, the UM the boosters, everybody that has known me for 10 years since I've been in Miami, they were all there. So I had to worry not just about the fight, but about the showing. Like I said, I learned out the hard way because I got clocked in the first round of the fight. So I had to wake up and be like, okay, you know what, just focus. And I focused and got the job done. And now I've gotten that experience out of my system, because now I can now go into a fight even with friends, family, well-wishers, and all those people screaming with the pressure that comes with them. I can focus on doing the job done and celebrate with them after the fight.
As an athlete your whole life, though, how many people told you were nuts to get into fighting? How much?
Everybody says that. Everybody says that. The route that I took, because I knew it was going to happen like that. When I started boxing for about 2-3 years, it was just on the low. I had my amateur boxing career without the media. Nobody really knew I was fighting except for people like you in the boxing circle, who knew me. Then when I turned pro, even after I turned pro, it wasn't really all that, out there blown up. But when I started making moves in South Florida, the South Florida media took it over. So though they can say you're crazy, but then they go look back at my body of work through my amateur and the beginning of my professional career. Now they see that, okay, you know what, he actually does know what he's doing, So a lot of people say I'm crazy. I am crazy. I'm not going to say I'm not crazy. Everybody has to be some sort of crazy to be to punch you in the face and dodge punches.
This is, heavyweight's a division that's had such a resurgence in boxing over the last couple of years. where you see yourself, do you visualize like getting, to the top and all that type of stuff? Like, does it feel possible? Like, how do you keep it from, your long-term goals into just, the day-by-day grind that you also have to keep in mind?
Being an athlete for my whole life, you get the experience of the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step, and you get there with step by step. So what I've learned over time, and especially has taught me in boxing, is every day the body of work is in the daily activities that you do. So I have to just make sure that I complete my task for the day, and I can look back a month and say, okay, I got better at this. And over the course of a year, I can then say I got better at this by a lot. So that's the approach I've taken. I've done everything step by step. From learning to jab to throwing the right to balancing on back foot, moving back on the front foot. Stuff like that. I take it step by step, and over time, it becomes the entire body of work that I would bring together as one perfect fighter. And I hope that will take me further. I believe that I will be ready for a world title fight very soon, and we're trying to prep the Miami market for boxing. Right now Las Vegas is there's a prime position of boxing. New York is second. I would say London, England might be third, but there's no reason Miami shouldn't be fourth at this time, and possibly first in the near future, in the next year or two.
Why is that something that, where do you guys see that? Because I love hearing that. I love hearing that opportunity that we're going to get big fights here. Why do you guys see that opportunity, that this can be a booming market for the world to see?
Miami is the city. Miami has everything that any other city has. Miami has an international airport. You can fly from everywhere in the world into Miami. Miami has all the hotels. Miami has South Beach. Miami has Coconut Grove. Miami has Wynwood. It has, an extension of Miami is Fort Lauderdale. There's Las Olas Boulevard. All the bars are springing up. There's Coral Gables, a nice neighborhood. There's Palmetto. There's Kendall. So we have a very diverse coalition of ethnic groups. And we can all, the same way we come together for the Heat is the same way we come together for boxing. We have the Miami Heat Arena, we have the BB&T Center. We can have a boxing event at the Sun Life Stadium. Sorry, is it Sun Life Stadium? At the Hard Rock Stadium. So we have a market that's prepped for the fight game. And just when you look at the revenues from boxing, Miami can definitely rival Las Vegas in that, because Las Vegas, what do they have but a desert and casinos? Miami has hotels. Miami has the money. If I want to go see a fight today, I'll take a flight to Las Vegas. For once, let's have people fly down to Miami, which is, it's a relatively cheap place to have a vacation. So we can make it happen.
Well, we're going to get the chance to see the show on January 23rd. What are people going to expect? What can we expect from you?
Growth, the next level of growth. I'm not going to promise a knockout. You're just going to have to wait and see and hope that it comes. I know if it's going to come or not, but I won't tell you. I'll expect you to come there and cheer for your hometown boxers. I think you should expect a good night of boxing. Just appreciate the sport. Cheer on the fighters, and just have a good time.
Get your tickets, Ticketmaster.com, January 23rd. Raphael Akpejiori, thank you so much for the time, man. Really appreciate it. We're looking forward to the show.
Thank you very much.